Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to start a Google Classroom. You're going to first click on your Launchpad, which is linked now onto our home screen. If it's not there, you just simply go to neisd.net and you can launch it from there. Or when you log into your Google, you can also do your apps and go to your Google Classroom as well. It's all just about your preference. So when you're in the Launchpad, you want to click Google Classroom. When you first come into the Google Classroom, you will see at the top that there are buttons for you. You'll want to click the Add button, and you do repeat this process for each of the class periods that you have. We will create a class, a fourth period art and AV class. You can fill in as much of this as you want or leave it blank. I might write a fourth period. Okay, and you click create. Okay, so it'll bring you to a fresh new classroom that you've set up. You will see that right here is where you find your class code. If you click this when you are speaking to students, it'll display the code very large so that they can have time to write it down and then join the class. But you do not have to have them use the code. You can add them yourself in the People tab, so we'll go there next. Here's where you can add all of your students. All you need to know is their username, and I believe that in Skyward you can download a list of your students with usernames attached, so that way you could just do a copy and paste of all the username here and add all of your kids at the same time. You can, of course, add them one at a time if you want to. That's totally up to you. And the same goes for teachers. A teacher added to the Google Classroom has all of the same powers that you do. You would just simply add here, and I might type Crystal. You select that and then you invite. That'll send an invitation to her, and then she will see all of the notifications that you post, all of the classwork that you post on here, she will have access to as well. She can even assign grades to the students when the classwork comes in, so this works really well for a co-teach environment. But the best part that I like about it is that when I work with other art and AV teachers, if I'm a member of their Google Classroom, then I can reuse their assignments without having to recreate an assignment every time I post to the classwork section. So that's something to keep in mind, especially if you're going to be sharing and doing the same type of work with your students. Okay, so that's how you add. Then we're going to go over to back to the stream so that I can get to my settings here. You'll want to click on the settings because the stream should only include announcements and dialogue between students and other students, or you and the students, all on the stream. You do not want to have their assignments pop up on here as well, because then the stream gets very long and it is very difficult for the students who rely only on the stream to find all the assignments that they need. To battle that problem, you're going to click the gear and scroll down here where it says classwork on the stream. You want to change show condensed notifications to hide notifications. Classwork on the stream, hide notifications. Okay, so we want to save this. Something that you would want to do in the stream, besides just making general classroom announcements, I would also post things like my Zoom expectations. In the first week of school, we are not going to be teaching necessarily the in-class rules, but we still have rules that we're going to expect our kids to follow. So I want to share Zoom expectations on the stream right here so that you do not have to do this for all 8 of your classes or all 7 of your classes. If you do the drop-down menu and you select all the classes that you want it to go to by clicking the little box next to it, then it's going to go to all of those exactly at the same time. The only thing that that'll change is that you can't schedule a announcement if you choose more than one class at a time to post to. But this is something that I wouldn't mind them seeing immediately upon them logging in. So I'm going to go ahead and add it here now for multiple classes. I have my expectations saved in my Google Drive. That's why I selected Google Drive. Or you could select a file, multiple files, YouTubes, or website links. All of those can be done here just like with the classwork section. And then I simply say post. And now all of my students will have access to the Zoom expectations that we will be covering probably daily the first week of school. Okay, you'll want to stop now, do the check-in, and then you'll continue to the next section with your department. If you find yourself with a little extra time, you may want to play around with your theme settings up top. You can select from different themes that are already added in here by Google. There's a lot of really good ones. You could also select an image from the internet by choosing to upload, or you can select one from your computer that you have created yourself. Simply click select photo from your computer and go to where you have saved your image and double click it, and then it will update and change here for your banner in class.